Good afternoon, everybody. Denver is full of snowstorm, and we are happy to warm you with our topic. We are talking about running large-scale town halls in teams, how we do scaling, testing, and measuring success. With me today is David Nguyen, who's a senior product manager for Teams event, and we have like a heavy pack like topics today, from licensing to some discussion about Microsoft eCDN and town hall insight and silent tests, including how do you fine tune your town hall meeting. With that, I am passing to David, and please, David, introduce yourself.
Thank you, Suni, and thank you, everybody, for joining us today. I'm David. I'm the product manager for Microsoft eCDN. So I'm in charge of planning, design, implementation, and the roadmap of the product, making sure customers have a good experience deploying it in their tenant. So we have a lot of topics to go through today. And I want it to be an interactive session. So please, if you have any questions, feel free to interrupt us at any time. And so I'd like to start off with some good news. First of all, it's a new licensing model that we have for Town Hall as starting April 1st. So we're moving all of the advanced Town Hall features, including eCDN, real-time organizer analytics, and many other exciting tools from Teams Premium down to Enterprise, right? So that means in the past, you would need a Teams Premium license to enable these features in Town Hall. Now you no longer have to. So if any organizer that has an E3 or E5 license can organize Town Halls up to 3,000 attendees without any add-ons. No more Teams Premium. You don't need to get any add-ons. Or if you want to scale even larger, you can do up to 10,000 attendees in view-only mode. Right? 3,000 interactive just means you're getting streaming chat, getting reactions, interactivity, and polls. View-only just means you have the view-only experience, none of the interactive capabilities. And so both of these capabilities, right, 3K or 10K view only will come with Microsoft eCDN included. And people can go to buy standalone eCDN licenses or Teams Premium. Yeah, and I think a good transition to moving on is Attendee Pack. If you need to scale town halls above 10,000 view only or 3,000 interactive, you can purchase what we refer to as Attendee Pack. Right? So if you need to scale beyond the standard limits, Attendee Pack ranging from 5,000 to 100,000 Attendee Pack licenses. So, for example, if you purchase a 20,000 Attendee Pack license and organize and assign it to an organizer, that organizer will be able to host town halls up to 20,000 concurrent viewers, as many town halls throughout the years as needed. And that license can also be reassigned to somebody. So, for example, we assign the license to Kevin. He finishes his event, and then he no longer needs the license. You can reassign to James so that you don't need to purchase additional licenses. And so, a natural question from many customers is, well, hey, what's going to happen to Teams Premium? I already have purchased Teams Premium from months ago. So the good news is, anybody if you purchase Teams Premium before April 1st, we will honor the contract until its expiration. So, for example, if you have a Teams Premium license assigned to you prior to April 1st, right, then you will be able to host town halls up to 100,000 concurrent viewers until the expiration date. So it could be 2 years from now, 3 years from now. So we'll honor that contract. And so now I'd like to transition into the individual capabilities that will help you ensure town hall success. Starting off with Microsoft eCDN. So Microsoft eCDN stands for Enterprise Content Delivery Network. It's a solution that helps customers deliver high quality video at large corporate events. So typically, when you running a large town hall, right, 10,000 viewers, some larger customers have been up to 100,000 concurrent viewers. There's not enough internal bandwidth, not enough internal capacity to deliver the stream in high quality. So many of our customers had to make compromises, right? Downgrading video to pixelated resolutions and bit rates, or just hoping that not many people will show up to the town hall, which is not the experience we want for our customers. So with eCDN, you can reduce network congestion, right? Network bandwidth consumption by up to 99%. So imagine you're running a 1 megabit per second stream and you have 1,000 concurrent viewers. Theoretically, that's a 1 gigabit per second connectivity requirement. Right? So, but in practice, you need a lot more because you have a ton of things running in the background, email, security tools, and also people downloading stuff in the background, right? And that's, but if you are able to save 99% of the bandwidth, so you go from 1 gigabit per second down to 10 megabit per second. So you have a lot of bandwidth left for a host of other things that you use bandwidth for. And we also have, so at a high level, how it works is I joined the live stream first, right? We built a peer-to-peer mesh network. I joined the live stream first. I would download the content, right? The video content from the team server, because I have nobody else to download the content from. And then everybody else joins, Siri joins, Jane joins, and then we'll, instead of going to the server, getting the content via unicast, they can get the content from me because I've already downloaded it. And so that's what we refer to as offloading your internal bandwidth onto a peer-to-peer mesh network. And so we have really quickly wanted to show you what it would look like in a day-to-day workflow for the IT admins. And so this is our dashboard, eCDN dashboard. You can see app live and also post-event, what it would look like. So this is a overview dashboard, which gives you a high-level overview of all of your events and you know what the bandwidth saving is like. So here, right, recent events, you can see all of your events. Take the numbers and the naming with a grain of salt. It's just a demo tenant I spun up. And so on the right-hand side, this is the most important insight, right? Peer-to-peer efficiency or overall peer-to-peer. This means how much bandwidth the eCDN platform has been able to save you. Right, so in this case, it's 70%, meaning you're only consuming 30% of your internal bandwidth. Anything above 70%, I mean, anything above 50% for us is, for most of our customers, is excellent saving. But many customers are getting above 90%. So a lot of savings, bandwidth savings there for them. Groups here are your subnets. So let's say you can optionally upload your subnet mapping or building mapping data so that you can compare performance between sites. So, for example, Denver site versus San Francisco. Denver had the 90% billing efficiency, but San Francisco only 10%. So that you can start troubleshooting, like go into San Francisco and see what's going on there. And still, yes, not. Oh, sorry. I can you say it again. I didn't pick that up. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, you can. So the names are not customizable. So if you have your subnet in your subnet mapping file, you can assign any names to it. You know. So. Oh yeah. Do you mind repeating the question? Whoever is in the audience. Oh, sorry. I did. Oh, I get it. Okay, yeah. Is it possible to customize the name of the site? Indeed, yeah, yes. So you can upload a file, right, and your file, and then assign it any names you want. Maybe San Francisco. You can be as detailed as you want. So, for example, San Francisco, building A, second floor, east wing, so on and so forth. But this is I'm glad you brought it up because we are working on some really exciting features to allow customers who already have their building mapping data stored in call quality dashboard. That is a capability that Suli and James are leading. Uh, we will be able to leverage your building mapping data there and show it to you here. So integrating eCDN with Sutjaho, that's coming up. It's really exciting. Um, so let's move on to this is what it looks like. We just went through this. Town Hall Insights. This is a capability we shipped with Town Hall back in 2020, back in 2023. It gives the organizer of the Town Hall real-time visibility into their attendees, quality of experience, as well as the presented quality of experience. So you can see things like total number of attendees, uh, maximum concurrency, right? When did you have the most attendance and so on? Uh, Rebuffering issues that users are experiencing, the geography data, where users are joining from, what type of device, OS they're on, and so on and so forth. So it's both real time and post event as well. So again, empowering the organizers to have confidence that everything is going well. So this is what it looks like for the presenter. So many of our customers have expressed interest in their presenters' quality of experience, because if the presenters are having a poor experience, then the attendees, the viewers, are likely to see issues. And lastly, and certainly not least, I wanted to quickly touch on Town Hall silent testing. This is a capability that lets the IT admins um, conduct dry runs before their production event. So, let's say you have a CEO event coming up in 2 weeks, the most important event of the year, and you want to make sure everything goes well. So you, with a few clicks of a button, you can schedule and simulate a town hall, and whoever has their in your tenant, whoever has their Teams client open and is available will be able to participate in the test, and then you can view the analytics, right, in eCDN dashboard, and you'll see things like total number of attendees, what was the viewing efficiency, per site analytics, and so on and so forth. Everything that I showed you earlier. But with a few clicks, you can start testing, and and hopefully that we don't discover any issues. But if we do, we can troubleshoot and fix them before the production event, before major impact. And currently this feature requires Teams Premium, and we're working on removing that dependence, right? So that again, all you need is users with E3 or E5 licenses to participate in the test. But if your specific tenant needs access to silent testing now, we can add you to an allow list, so you can start using it right away. Yes, please. Yep, yep, precisely, Kevin. So yeah, the users won't be notified or anything. Oh yeah. So we had a really good question here. Will the users be notified, or is there any impact on the users when they're participating in the silent test? So it's silent, so everything is running in the background. Users won't see any notifications or anything like that. There's no impact on the users. Um, and as soon as they become right, let's say if they get a call from somebody and they pick up, so they become unavailable, they'll drop out of the test. Yes. Oh, yeah. I'm going to repeat the question. Um, do guest attendees get to participate in the test, right? Like, can they participate in the test and get the data? Currently, no. Currently, only users that are within the tenant. So we use the tenant, ID. So we associate the users with tenant ID. But it's something I would love to, you get a lot of guests joining your town halls. Other. Oh, yes. Yeah. Wow. In each town hall, on average, what's the percentage of guest users that results have? Wow. Wow. Yeah. Oh,
I
that's
actually believe it because you are from the university, right? So whenever there's a seminar or something like that by the professor, you usually have to host the other guests from other university to join on your discussion, right? Like on your talk. So yeah, that is actually a very good scenario to add and to consider.
yes. Indeed, that's something that so positive, and I'd love to connect one on one and get some more feedback on that, and certainly adding to our roadmap.
And both of us are in LinkedIn. If not, add us to LinkedIn. Then we can actually also share you our Microsoft account, so you can actually feel free to contact us with some of your feedback and experience.
And now I'd love to transition into a very interesting topic that Sylvie will be covering. Not all challenges, right? Problems can be resolved in real time with eCDN or even real time organizer analytics, and that's why we have introduced, or we have introduced a long time ago, CQD, called Quality Dashboard, and Sylvie will walk you through the dashboard. Yeah.
Thank you, David. So, okay. Okay. Yeah. So, I'm not sure how familiar you are with our call quality dashboard. So, call quality dashboard is to measure the quality of the meeting. Most people are very familiar with CQD because we are handling the meeting quality. Even for users who are using VDI, using web, using other type of client, but we are start adding the town hall since we are metrics. However, the notion of CQD is more like we're gathering the data after the event is done. So I think about it. You are at the in the kitchen. You have a spoon and you have a fork. Not everything you can solve with your fork, which is like the RTA and those kind of information, because you cannot drink your soup with your fork. But you cannot eat your steak with your spoon either. So think about it. This is like another tool that like fit into your kitchen set that's actually help solve the problem. So one of the things that I want to highlight here is like as an IT admin, you can search on the overall town hall experience, like how good it is. Like because I know the IT admin usually get reviewed by their boss about like how good they are maintaining their town hall or their certain kind of area of expertise. In here, you can pick your meeting type, town hall, not just a regular meeting. So even though there is like other meetings included in CQD, you can specifically say like, I'm only concerned about the town hall. What is the quality? How many town hall happened this week or this month, right? And then you can see, as an example in here, you can also filter based on a conference ID. And this is not like a fake UX. This is actually happened internally. So I actually get this information about our own internal town hall. And you can see like, oh, there's a certain kind of drop rate and that's actually happening, right? And how many, right? So you can drill down to understand like a specific event health. So if you just use the meeting type, you get the list of all the town hall. But if you add it like the conference ID, then you're entering just for that particular event. Now you have this information, right? So you can actually see the active media usage. You can get the total number of the one. It's not like as impressive as 10,000 users. This is our own town hall. So we have like about 352, but there is one person and like three persons that actually the call get dropped. Those are like something that we can encounter. And I validate those actually, like after the meeting. And then that person who's our EM is like, yeah, I'm driving and dropping my kids in school. So yeah, it was like because of that, there is like some kind of situation with the connection. So but those are like potentially an issue that you can actually figure out from the security as well. And again, from during the RPA real time, you can't actually stop somebody who's joining in part of the event to like stop dropping off your kids to school. Well, they're joining and they're going to speak part of the session, but not all, because like as you know, in event you kind of participate in as a speaker in one of the segment, but not all the time. So this is where admin can easily get to the person. We have a list of the participants in the meeting itself and their name and what is their situation over there. I need my glasses in here. I think I have to go and move to here. So this is like another example of like how we can have the information uh, in the details of Teams Town Hall. One of the things is like we actually measure how many is like participants in that being served with the eCDN, right? Like again, the participants who gets help through a CDN is the one that's connected from work. Because if they connected from home or a hotel or Starbucks, they don't actually leverage the so there's a possibility. So you want to take care of those kind of things. And if they connect through like Starbucks or something like uh, a hotel room, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but that that's to be expected. Let me just put it that way. So, and then the number of presenter and attendees, these are like a combined report. So you can see as a almost holistically. Again, you search based on the event of town hall, you pick a specific event details, and then you can actually see like in this event, how many presenter and how many attendees and what is the quality, right? So these are like uh, the kind of the workflow that we added in here. So this is like one of the case study that we have in here. So you can see like all attendees were uh, unable or failed to load eCDN. Why is that? Right? We have an eCDN. We're supposed to have an eCDN, but like nothing is actually get used. You can see like at the top, the eCDN is empty. So the first thing that you might want to actually go is check your event setting, right? So that's the things that again, like when you're in the middle of like in the event, you cannot fix it because it's already happening. But you can actually do a forensic, like postmortem, dissect your carcass, and oh, okay, I need to do this, and I need to apply the configuration correctly. Okay, study number 2, and I'm not making this up. This is a real thing that happened and caused an escalation up to our team. So sometimes people don't realize and don't have those information and can only fix the problem after we see this data. Second one is like about that some attendees though have some issues, experiencing issue with the eCDN. So you should actually take a look. What is happening with that attendees? Because maybe like the attendees is accessing a certain kind of IP a public IP or certain kind of configuration that blocks. So you can see in here an example. It's not everybody else leveraging eCDN, but the people who are from these particular places is actually not leveraging. So again, what you can do as an IT admin is like go to that location, see like if the configuration, uh, see if the configuration is being set. So things are actually flowing. Another thing is like the earlier, besides I forgot to mention, besides you check your setting, maybe your setting is good, but your license is over. So whether it's like through TechSafe or through something, they can set it up, but like there's no eCDN support. Well, check your license as well. That's actually part of like the scenario that we are trying to help our IT admin to figure out. And there are more that I would encourage all of you to kind of explore and use it. And if you have any questions and comments, you know where to find me. So with that, I'm going to end my section. Any question, any feedback? Yeah, yeah. Subnet, yes. But this is going to leverage the subnet and building data that's uploaded through CQD. So that's like one thing that he actually also mentioned. We want to try to kind of do an integration. So admin also don't have to upload two things and then like if they update one thing and then the other one, they forgot to update the other. Yeah.
I think the biggest challenge with subnet mapping in eCDN is that if you upload once and you manage your building mapping data in CQD, right? The moment you upload something to eCDN is when it becomes obsolete. So by integrating eCDN with CQD, we'll always be able to make sure that your subnets are up to date.
Yeah. And another thing, like there are questions about the building data and eCDN. Yeah, CQD has the notion of like you can upload a new one and then you said the old one ends by certain date and then the new one starts in this time until like you can put dot 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 like which is like until you specify. So you so say like for example you don't acquire building X until May 15th, right? But you already added. So you can say like do the join with the buildings, the new updated building data starting May 15th. But all the rest should actually use the previous building data. And then, so if you also like deprecate your previous building, building A, then starting building 15, starting May 15, you don't no longer have building A, but you add that one. So those are data that are actually available in CQD, but not sure if, but we're bringing this integration to eCDN. Any other questions? Then I'm excited to hear feedback from you. Start using it. Yeah. Okay.
Attendees. So what is the typical no. Right. Typically 1 megabit per second for 720p. Is that reasonable? Or yeah. So so uh, uh, yeah. Yep, we can do up to 1080p. Uh, no, if they're presenting, it's only one stream at the end, because only one user is speaking at a time, right? So let's say both me and Suni are doing the session right now. So let's say we're streaming it. It's still all just one stream, even though we're two speakers. Ah, right, right, right. Right. In that case, yeah. So you'd have double or two streams. So it will optimize for both. Yeah. But yeah, I think Kevin, you brought up another good point because many customers have asked us at what point, if we decide not to use eCDN, at what point will we congest our network? And it's a difficult question to answer because every environment, every tenant is different. So for some customers, by the time you hit 200 concurrent viewers, you've already maxing out because maybe the equipment network and just bandwidth is very limited. Whereas for other customers, they can handle up to 2,000 concurrent viewers without any optimization. So that's why we typically recommend as the first step is to conduct the silent test. That way you can stress test your network and figure out, well, hey, do I actually need the CDN solution with um, so I'd love for everybody to be able to get their hands on Silent Tester. And so if you need quick access early on, I'm happy to get you that. Okay, okay. No, of course I mean internally we eat our own dog food and drink our own champagne, so we will always suggest. But of course, so we have a host of ECDN partners, Hive, Collective, Ramp, and then a number of folks that are very competent. So we've seen many customers switching from third party over to first party, but you can't go wrong. They're our partners for a good reason. They're very competent folks. Yeah, of course. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Feel free to, yeah, would love to stay in touch. Feel free to reach out to us anytime. We're on LinkedIn. You can also share our email address with you. I think I wish I had done that earlier.